welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Teral. I make 2 videos a week, so make sure you subscribe down below so that you are the first one to see my new videos. And if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. So this just keeps dropping and I do not want any spillage. So today's video is how to become popular on Instagram. This is just my opinions of what I have seen has worked for me. So Instagram is not something where it's like one rule works for everyone, because trust me, it does not. Personally, I have been on Instagram since the very beginning. I remember I was one of the very first people in my whole circle that kind of downloaded Instagram and started using it. And to be honest, I've said this a million times, but my first picture on Instagram was a picture of my remote control. I thought it was just like an editing app. So I was just like editing the picture away. I was just testing it out. And then I uploaded it, and then I went back on it a few days later, and then it was like 10 people have followed you and you have this many likes. And I was like, what the hell is this? So quickly deleted it, and then I used it for personal, just for me and my friends and stuff. And then I kind of grew a small following, and I was blogging at the time as well. And as my blog grew and as Instagram itself grew, I decided to kind of make it solely Instagram for my blog. Create my own little brand, I guess, of This Is Teral. So I took it from there and I went, and I'm currently on over 115,000 followers. Yeah, it was a big milestone for me to reach. I'm just going to tell you guys some of the tips and tricks that I have used and seen help me grow, and hopefully it will help you guys grow as well. Instagram has been an amazing platform for me. It's given me so many opportunities for helping me with my work. I've always loved the platform from the very beginning. So here goes. These are my 5 tips for Instagram. So my first tip is in the aspect of photography. Currently, I use my Google Pixel 2 phone for the majority of my Instagram pictures because the camera on that is incredible. Honestly, it's one of the best cameras that I've ever had, and it's a phone camera. It's crazy. I also have a DSLR, but it is a starter's DSLR, and I am looking to upgrade that. But in the meantime, I've literally just been using my telephone, and it's absolutely incredible because it auto focuses. In terms of lighting, it auto adjusts, and it's just so easy to use. The images are so clear, they're so like focused. But that's what I'm trying to say. You need to post pictures where they are in focus, the lighting is great, and they're kind of focused on your niche. So if it's fashion, make sure it's fashion post. If it's traveling, just make sure that the pictures are incredible to your standard. And as you grow with your Instagram, your photography will also get better, and that's something that I've noticed. Photos that I used to post 2 years ago compared to photos that I post now have completely changed, and in my opinion, I have improved my photography, and I've got a greater concept of what photography is because of Instagram, which is kind of strange. I believe that is why Instagram was created, to kind of build this community of people inspired by pictures, and Instagram inspires me every single minute of every day when I'm on it. So I look at something and I'm like, ooh, that's Instagrammable. I hate that, but yeah, life is about Instagram at the moment. What can we do? Make sure that you are uploading high quality images. If you've got a DSLR, great, use it. If you've got a little point and shoot, amazing. Whatever you've got on you, make sure that it is of the best quality that you can currently afford. Like I said, a lot of phone cameras are incredible at the moment. So if you've only got a phone, use that, honestly. You don't need to go and spend a lot of money for a really big chunky camera. I've got a big chunky camera, and like I said, it is a beginner's one, but it's so bulky that I don't really like taking it anywhere. And I recently come back from Dubai, and the only thing I took with me was this. All of my pictures were shot on the Pixel 2, which just says it all in my opinion. Number 2 is to post consistently, and I mean consistently. I personally post once a day. Post consistently because that is one of the most important things when it comes to social media. Your audience kind of needs to know that Teral is posting every day at around 5 o'clock. That's when I post. It's around 5, 6 or 7 the latest. and my audience knows that, so they come back roughly around that time to see what I have posted, which is really nice. So thanks guys. So you need to find out what time works for you, and if you have, I think it's only for business accounts if I'm correct, I get to see when a lot of my audience is online or like on the app, so I know which time to post. And if not, you just try it. Post consistently for a few days. If you don't get a lot of engagement, change the time. And Instagram is not an over the night thing for a lot of people. Like, it does happen, but I'm not one of those people where overnight I became an amazing success. Like, honestly, like I said, I've been on Instagram since the very beginning. It's been very hard for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm still working at it as we speak. So post consistently at a time that suits you and your audience. A lot of people post at around 9 o'clock because that's when a lot of people sit at home and they're bored and they're just scrolling through Instagram, so that is a great time. A lot of other people like myself post at 5 o'clock because of the new algorithm. I post at 5, and by the time everyone's coming home at work, they get to see the picture on their feed. So for me, that's what works. Find what works for you and stay consistent with it. That's one of the most important things. If you miss a day, that's fine, but 9 times out of 10, stick to posting at least once a day because people want to see regular new content. Instagram has such a quick turnaround, but that's fine. So that just means you can post a lot more content, which is great. I have a few friends who post 2 times a day. I have a few friends who post 3 times a day. It really does depend on what works for you. Post consistently, whether it's 1 time a day or 3 times a day. Just do it consistently so that your audience knows what to come back for. Number 3 is engage with your audience. This is so important. How many times do I see people just post a picture and leave? No, that's not what Instagram is about. It's never been about that. Instagram has been about building a community of like-minded people who want to share pictures, who want to talk to their audience. That is what Instagram is about. It's about influencing each other and taking ideas from each other, but building this community where you can talk and ask for advice and just say things to someone. So if you see a picture that you really like, comment on it. Like it, comment. I remember back in the day, it was like, oh, I'm not going to comment and I'm not going to like on that person's picture. But no, it shouldn't be about that. It should be about engaging. Comment, like the picture as much as you can. Whenever you see a picture, don't scroll past it, like it. Why not? You're helping someone else at the end of the day. Like, Instagram has become such a big community of people who actually make a living off of it. So why are you not going to help someone? Because at the end of the day, they can come back and help you. That's how I see it. So whenever you see something, whenever you're scrolling through Instagram, just give it a little like. And if you really like the picture, comment on it. And also, when people comment on your picture, a simple thank you it goes a long way. I think it's been like a year, maybe a year and a half now. They have introduced the comment section thing. I don't know what it's called. Feature, that's the word. And that's a great way to kind of just say a little thank you to someone as well. But when someone comments asking, where's that from? Where did you go? What is this kind of thing? Comment back, it goes a long way. That person will remember, oh, Teral commented back at me, so I'm gonna ask her again where she got that top from because she'll let me know. So it builds a community and you kind of become a lot closer to your audience. And that's exactly what Instagram is about, for me anyway. Number 4 is tell a story. I believe my story is I'm a girl who loves fashion, who loves traveling and loves food. If you look at my Instagram as a whole, that's what you'll get. You'll see me in really cool locations wearing, in my opinion, really cool clothes. So make sure you kind of tell a story. And if you are, I don't know, if your Instagram is about family, include the whole family. Don't just put your perspective on it. So include a story of, I don't know, what you did today. A selfie is a great picture, but it doesn't tell a story, does it? Audiences want a little more from what they're seeing. So if you're on a cruise, I don't know, tell the story of what you did that day on the cruise. Like, people are really interested, and I've noticed when I have a longer caption, people actually comment towards the caption. It's not just like, oh, cool pic or heart eyes. I remember I went out to shoot in the woods and I stepped in poop and I put it on my Instagram stories, and then I also put it on my caption of my picture from that shoot. So it just kind of builds up this story, and it gives your audience a little chunk of your personality, and they get to know you. Instagram works really well when people get to know you as a person. Tell a story, let people in on your life. So my fifth and final point is to utilize Instagram stories. I love Instagram stories. Honestly, I get so much engagement from Instagram stories compared to when I had Snapchat. I know a lot of beauty bloggers actually use Snapchat and it works really well for them. But for me personally, Snapchat never worked. As soon as Instagram stories came out, I literally deleted my Snapchat. I was like, there's no point. There's actually no point for me to use it anymore because I get better engagement on that. I've got so much more followers on Instagram. So I reach a bigger audience, and I prefer it, to be honest. I don't really like filters. I just like the swiping the colours kind of thing and then writing on the picture. That's all I do on my Instagram stories. But Instagram stories can help with your Instagram as a whole because it kind of puts a behind the scenes to the picture, and you can talk to the camera, so you can do videos, you can put stickers, you can just put in a bit more of your personality. I love the poll section, actually. That's one of my favourite things, like asking people whether they prefer this or that, and get a lot of engagement back for that because people feel like they have an input as well. You can tag people in it, you can do lots of hashtags as well, and that reaches a bigger audience as well. If you're not using it, in my opinion, you're missing out. So make sure you do utilise Instagram stories. So there we have my 5 tips for Instagram and how to become Instagram famous, I guess, or how to be successful on Instagram. Like I said, these are all my tips and tricks that have worked for me, and hopefully they will also work for you. But if you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. Please let me know what you guys would like to see. If you guys want more advice on Instagram or blogging kind of things, let me know and I'll be more than happy to share any of my insight that I have. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.